Quick little update here. I'm back in the shop this evening. I am going to work on getting that cross member out of the back of the truck, and also I've got a stock exhaust hanger that I'm going to get out of the middle of the frame here. It's interfering with the trans cross member, so I'm going to drill out those rivets. So I've got 4 rivets to drill out. I've also got the fuel tank, so I'm going to try to set it up in there and see what it looks like. And I got some wiring here. I went ahead and ordered some wiring to kind of get me get the truck up and running. So I just kind of got an assortment of wire here. Some 10 gauge for the fuel pump, a bunch of 12 gauge for the fans and the headlights, and then a bunch of 16 gauge here for everything inside the truck. For the ECM, got to have a switch for that, and then the Dakota stuff and all the signal wires. So went ahead and just bought some colors just to have around the shop anyway. Dug out my extra relays here. I've actually got 2 over on the old radiator that I'm going to use for the fans on here, and then I've got these 2 here for the headlights, for the high and low beams. And then I'm going to use the relay on the PSI harness for the fuel pump. So I just got a little bit of some stuff here. It looks like a lot, but that actually, I found a place online that sells short links for pretty inexpensive here. So just going to make it so that I can get it running, and then once everything's dialed in, I'm going to take it to my buddy, and he is going to do a nice little one of those Busman Eaton relay fuse panels on this side or wherever. Excuse me. To really clean it up and kind of get everything looking nice and tidy. But for now, I just kind of wanted to get it running. The inside stuff I can do no problem, so I'm going to go ahead and do that with all this here, and then I've got just some extra wire to have around. So, but and then up here I got a 1/2-inch line for the brake booster. Got to cut that to length. I got some 3/4 and 5/8 heater line for the heater core here. Interestingly, they didn't have the gates, standard gates for the 5/8 line. So I got this heavy duty stuff, which is actually the same outside diameter as the 3/4 here. So I need to clean all that white crud off there, but run those, but I may wait on those until I get the fender liner back in. Oh, and speaking of the fender liners, I need to scrape them. So I might start scraping on the passenger side to get it ready so I can go to powder coat, because I need to drop that off and get it powder coated. I'm going to try to put that back in and mock in how I'm going to do a little relay panel here. What I'm thinking I'm going to do here is I found this thing last night actually. It's a nice little panel, just a 4 fuse panel here, just for the 4 circuits that I'm adding, because I've got the fuel, I've got fan 1, fan 2, and the headlights. So I think I'm just going to use something like this. You can put 100 amps through this or 30 amps per circuit here, per fuse here. So 100 amps max, continuous, which I'm not going to be anywhere near that once. I mean, you'll have an inrush of the fans on a hot day if the fuel pump's really pumping and the fans are both running and the headlights, high beams or low beams are on. You know, you might get close to the 100 amp, maybe. I doubt it, because the headlights, they don't draw that much. But anyway, I'm thinking about mounting this, because this is actual size here, and it's only 3 3/4 inches long. Mounting this right to the side of the battery tray, so I could just have one. I'm going to have some 6 gauge left over from the alternator, so I might run one down to the main terminal here to power all those, and just be nice and tidy for now. This thing is only like $20. It's actually it's a marine rated, so it's high quality stuff. I think it's made by Blue Sea Technologies, I think. Blue Seas, I don't know what it is, but pretty good stuff. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I'm rambling now, so I'm going to get to work. All right, so I got the cross member out, and I got the tank in here. It fits in there. It is snug. When I bolted in this cross member back here for the panhard bar, you can see the 2 bolt heads there. It goes in at an angle, and I put it in there as best I could according to the old dimensional drawings from GM, and it looks like I may have got in there a little tight. So we are about touching back here and on that front side of that cross member. So I just playing around, I put a piece of aluminum bar stock in here to space it down to see, because this tank actually tapers a little bit, and you can't see it, but it tapers up kind of this way on the nose here. So I might put probably a 1/4 inch spacer here on both sides just to drop the tank down just a little bit. Actually may do it as rubber there. And then hit that back. It's kind of a formed C channel like that, if that makes any sense. And I may just hit that bottom flange with a, excuse me, with a grinder, just to open up a little bit of clearance on this side, because it sits in here kind of, the driver's side is forward and the passenger side is back, kind of sitting in here cockeyed like that. So just a little bit of clearance there, just because this frame, it's going to flex, and I don't want it rubbing on this tank and rubbing a hole in it. So, but anyway, it's in here. It fits, which I figured it would, because Boyd makes this stuff look like art. You can kind of see in here. No, not really, but you can still have access to the pump, and all the fittings are there. And then right on the other side of this support member here for the bed is the filler. So I'm actually just going to drill a hole in the bed for now. I'm going to figure out something later. I'm just going to use a hole saw, kind of nice hole, so I have the plug if I want to fill it back in. My bed is bed lined, so I can fix that. You'll never see it. So for now, that's the way I'm going to do it. I didn't want to cut up this paint. I mean, the paint on this truck is beautiful. I didn't want to do it. Some people recommended doing here and here, but honestly, as cool as that is, I don't know. Just for ease of use, right here in the bed floor is going to be the easiest. So because it's actually going to be about right here, so which is really close to the back. So easy. Probably put I don't know, probably a hole about that big so that I can get my hand down in there and just to turn it, because it sits right below the bed floor here. So this is probably 5 inches, 4.5 inches, something like that. So be a decent sized hole, but you know, it sits down below the bed, so I'll still be able to use the truck as a truck. So, but that's kind of about it for tonight. I kind of ran out of time. I was going to go ahead and get this other bracket out, but I don't have any time tonight. So, short video. Just kind of wanted to give an update of what's going on with the truck. My time is extremely limited now. And again, thank everybody for the congratulations on the baby. She's doing awesome. So just time is limited, as you know, as you with kids know. You can get very little free time. So I'm just going to keep plugging away at the stuff. I know it doesn't look like a lot's happening, but I'm just going to keep plugging away, and we're going to get there. First car show I want to go to is early June, so while it's 5 months away, well, actually 4 months, that's going to happen quick. So I want to get plugging on some of these little things so we can get it running. So anyway, like always, please like and subscribe if you'd like to. Share the videos, comment, questions, concerns, kudos, anything like that. Love to hear from you. Appreciate everybody watching, and you all have a really good night.